Hey there, Jennifer.
Hello. How
Happy.
are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Good, good. Thank you for asking.
So let's start from the top. What brought you in? What were the symptoms or the conditions or anything? What were you diagnosed with? If you were diagnosed, that made
hmm
you come and get some help.
So to start, I had basically a chronic infection,
Yeah.
um, a womanly infection, and I had seen gynecologists for it, and they're just like, oh, this just kind of comes and goes. Just take this antibiotic, and you should be okay. I never fully went through with the antibiotics because I just didn't feel comfortable. Like after reading it, like I always got them, and I just didn't feel comfortable with it.
Mhm.
And it was almost like they heard me because they prescribed me the antibiotic, but it's not like they weren't really hearing me that this has been kind of like ongoing,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided, okay, this isn't working. Let me and I found out about naturopathic doctors, so I was like, let me research and see if they can help me.
Yeah.
And plus I enjoy more holistic type of uh remedies over prescription medicine because I don't want to be dependent on it. So then I researched you, found you, um called, not to get any help over the phone, but just to say, hey, do you actually work with this? And you were like, yeah. So we went ahead, scheduled a appointment.
Mhm.
um You told me the protocol listed. Oh, also, I had been pregnant. I mean, I hadn't been pregnant in, I think it was about 9 months of trying at that point,
Yeah.
and I hadn't gotten pregnant either. So I'm, I always, after I saw you and you assigned me the protocol and I followed it, um, I became pregnant and the symptoms decreased. So I also started thinking, okay, this is probably linked to not getting pregnant initially.
Mhm. Yes.
Um, but anywho, yeah, so you assigned me the protocol.
So yeah, after
Um,
your first consultation, so you called just to kind of get some more clarification on how the appointment would go, or if I could even help you with the concerns you had.
yes,
And then you
yes.
came for your first consultation and appointment with me. And
hmm
how was that like for you? I guess compared to other doctors you've seen in the past.
Oh, okay. So coming in for the appointment, it was, like I said, it was a lot like the phone. Like it was very pleasant. It was under, you were understanding.
Mhm.
Um, I've been to gynecologists that is just like I'm being a burden. Like it's just like, okay, come on, what do you need help with? Like, let's go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel that type of rush, didn't feel any pressure or anything. And it's not like you didn't just say, okay, here's what's wrong, do this. It was like you were letting me know what was going on,
Mm.
like the science behind it
Yeah.
in layman's terms to where I could understand. um, so yeah, so that's what an appointment with you was like. And you could just really tell the care and concern that was put into it. It's not like, you wanted to also see the results that I wanted.
Mhm.
It wasn't just like, okay, here, get rid of it, bye. Like you actually cared about my progress along the way as well.
Yes. Okay. So then after the first appointment, which was probably, I don't know, if you had been used to seeing like a doctor for that length of time either, because typically a naturopath, you're kind of seeing them an extended amount of time.
hmm
And you got the protocol, you got some of the supplements. I didn't start you on many, just enough to get some of the concerns that you had, right?
hmm
And you stuck to them according to the protocols. And then after the first appointment, what happened?
So yeah, so after the first appointment, I saw improvements in that infection about, how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know exactly how, I guess maybe like a month, maybe a month and a half or so, I was pregnant,
Right. Oh my gosh.
and with my first child. And so, yeah, so everything just started clicking and getting back into gear after taking the protocols to correct whatever was happening inside of my body.
Right. So August 6th, 2015, and then I have that I had to change your protocol to make it a safe protocol
The pregnancy.
for pregnancy September 11th, actually, 2015. So it was like
Um,
less
a
than,
month. Yeah, less than a month.
yeah. Okay, so that's awesome. So within weeks, improvement. It's
Mhm.
amazing. And that's kudos to you because you felt, you know, you felt good enough to like get the products and be disciplined, and you stuck to it, and that you're like the ideal type of patient to have. You listened, you you know did the protocol according to how I recommended, some of the supplements and things to do at home and the home treatments,
Mhm.
and bam, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing when you're tired of dealing with something and you want it done, like you're gonna do what you have to do.
Yeah. I know
So,
that's right. Yes. um and so then let's see. So then, yeah, so after that you were kind of set. I think there was another time where I just kind of gave something else, and another probiotic that we felt would be best for you at that time too, on September 25th. So we just see the timeline, less than a month and another month we're kind of modified a few
mhm.
things for you. And then I have, so March 15th, saw what your hubby, right? So
Yes, March 15th, he then saw my husband. He was dealing with another type of infection, like on his skin now,
yeah.
and yeah, he saw you as well. You assigned. Well, first he also took the food intolerance testing
Yeah.
since
Okay.
it was something, his was like visible
Right.
that he was dealing with,
Right.
and he as well took the intolerance testing. Once those results came in, you were very quick to get those back to us and explain to us in detail instead of just, like giving us a sheet of paper and saying, this is what's wrong, this is what you need to avoid, and then you'll be better. You were very intentional with explaining that to us as well and helping us to understand that these are things that he should have been avoiding since birth, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The foods, because it's all based on genetics. So um, so yeah, so once we got those results, we saw that he needed to be avoiding dairy, which he didn't know. He needed to be avoiding certain sugars together, which we also didn't know. And
Combination of the foods. So
yes,
yeah.
the combination.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just a few weeks of him following that protocol, and his skin cleared up and he was back to normal. And now even to this day, because that was in 2015, he can tell when it's acting up and when it will act up, and how to avoid it and how to correct it.
Gotcha. Yay. Okay, awesome. Because now you feel like you got the education, like you know what to look out for
Mm-hmm.
and ingredients, and if he stumbles on it somehow or gets exposed, know how to like remedy it now, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
awesome. We hear the lively kiddos in the back.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. All right, Jennifer, welcome back.
Yes,
A little scare there.
sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, the door opened and a snake actually came in the house, so
So the
we're
kids,
dealing with that.
yeah, okay. Well, thanks for continuing because that's crazy and scary. So I'm glad hubby
Yeah,
was there to calm the
yeah.
situation down. Okay. All right. Well, we're almost finished. So it was, I think we finished talking about how your husband experience was. And
Hmm.
now it was baby number one, you had some concerns about him.
Yes,
Talk about what was going on.
yes. So he was about. I knew he was able to walk. So he was one. No, he's probably 2 years old, but he would wake up in the middle of the night with like these intense coughing fits, and to the point to where he would just throw up,
Yeah.
like, and it was scary because he would be asleep or trying to sleep,
Right.
and then just wake up and just start coughing like uncontrollably to the point where he would just throw up. and it was happening like every night. So, as per usual, we contacted Dr. Patan. Yeah. And we sought out her guidance. And of course, she assigned us a protocol to help him. And we got right on it. And that eventually subsided.
Like,
Um,
how long was that? When did you see the difference? Because I think we had a follow-up scheduled for like 2 weeks or a week later. A week later, because that was an immediate
yeah,
condition, and that was just over the video too. But how many days was it?
within 5 days. It's just the formality of having a week follow-up is when we spoke. But yeah, he was doing better before then.
Yeah. Okay.
Before that week. Yeah.
There's probably a little check-in that you had, maybe a 3-day. That's typically what I would do for something like that. But great. I'm glad he was better. I mean, y'all followed it. Y'all already know the routine at this point. You were the first one to test the waters, and it just like this. Y'all respond so well, when you're disciplined like that. So like I said, I love the Roberts family. And
thank you.
baby number 2, right?
And then yes, for our youngest, my concern with him was, I don't know, his head just seemed to be like bigger. And so I was just concerned about that. Just thought I'd ask your opinion again.
Yeah.
So we set up an appointment for him. You checked him out. And for him, it was more topical. Oh, and he also had like a vein that would, like when he would cry, you would see it just like kind of like bulging out.
Yes.
And it didn't seem like it hurt him or anything, but just seeing that to me was kind of like scary.
Right.
So for him, it was more topical. Well, I should preference that too. We all used the castor oil packs, and that all helped us everything. But for him, since it was something that was bulging out, you could really see the difference, because after using that, consistently, you could see that it went down.
Yes.
For me, well, my husband had something that was obvious to see as well, so we saw that as well. But it was just amazing to see that, something that is natural, just constantly massaging it, keeping it warm, things like that, you could see that it decreased in size.
Yeah.
So that was my concern with my second one.
And that was I remember that one being huge, because your family was very concerned, like, you need to take him to see a pediatrician, because you have actually not seen any really MDs, right? It's been midwives for births. Yeah, no MDs whatsoever. So yeah, just so you've kept it very clean and natural. I mean, from day one with your entire family. So that is awesome. And yeah, so but your family was like really like, this is the time you need to see somebody, and it was scaring you. I remember how concerned you were, like, I need to see and talk to you ASAP, because they think he has encephalitis, macroencephaly, which is large head at the time when he's growing and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm so glad that you reached out and things were better all around. So let me know what life is like now, because it's been a little bit, because you had another baby, right? Baby number 3.
Yes, I guess we have a third baby. He hasn't officially seen you or anything yet. Nothing's come up that we, are of any concern.
That's great. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the tools in the toolbox at this point, kind of fathers see me for something you have, so you'll have the immune boosting kind of things there to help. You're already eating a very healthy lifestyle and things like that, and it was a matter of tweaking. I mean, even with your husband, it was kind of like, he's athletic, he's big and into sports, working out, and it was kind of like, I eat healthy, but he knew like something in him was like, I want to seek help and make sure I am eating the right things. And then sure enough, he did. And then y'all apply the protocol and y'all are just amazing. I mean, within weeks, you and everyone,
Mhm.
kiddos, just boom, boom,
Mhm.
boom. So
Mhm.
that is, actually accolades to y'all. You know what I mean? I'm just the guide. I'm the expert
Mhm.
and helping you, educating, making more.
And that's the big thing. The difference between you and a MD is the education part. So we are able to pass on, what we've already been implementing, and
Yeah.
not having to even run to you off the bat because we know other things to try that you've given us already.
Yes.
Um,
Love it.
so yeah, so it was definitely a great investment, you know,
Oh, good.
for our lifetime, and then we could pass that on to our kids, and hopefully they'll have an even healthier lifestyle going forward.
That's right. That's what we want.